And I just wanted to talk really quickly about content. Um, had two clients this week, two exciting projects, and um, one of the things that we do at One Week Website that really no other agency, in my opinion, really does, or few do, is talk about content. Before we talk about like technical mumbo jumbo and all the technical terms and all the nerdisms. It's really important to understand who you are as a company, understand your target audience, understand how you communicate with your target audience, really what your goal is, like even with a website, like the visitors you want to come to your site, like why are you paying, me or whoever, right, to build a website? Like, are you doing it just because you feel like that's the next step in your business? If it is, then I tell clients all the time, don't write us a check for anything. And we usually talk about strategy and those things for half an hour. But the reason why that's important is because you want to make sure that you maximize your investment dollars into paying for content. And content is anything from the pictures on your website to the text on the pages, and then more importantly, how that text is written to account for your target audience, to account for tone, readability, even usability, simple, right? So I've said this before and I'll say it again, simplicity is tougher than complexity. Making something simple is tougher than making something complex. So I just had two great clients this week. Actually, we just signed them on, where we just spent, a good bit of like the pre-sales time just talking about content, like talking about the why. And we don't build a website in a week until we have that content, right? Because a lot of traditional companies and traditional ad agencies will just design something and then they make you fill in the blank, and then what ends up happening, in my opinion, is that the flow of your content isn't good enough for a reader. So in other words, you're making the content fit within the design, but at One Week Website, really try to make sure the design fits around the content. Anyways, just trying to think of another analogy over here. But yeah, it's the content first approach is really just being reinforced with every client I meet, and it just makes me feel good, and hopefully makes my clients feel good when we provide a product that's really what they are envisioning and wanting. So yeah, I just wanted to say, if again, regardless if you do business with me or some other company, take a content first approach. Think about who your target audience is, your market, your strategy, and if you don't know those things, take some time and figure it out, right? Like if you don't know who your target audience is, if you don't know your approach to getting clients, take some time, figure it out. And I always offer free 30-minute consultations. You can click schedule now at the bottom of our website for a free chat with me.